Hey girl, hey, it's me, Amber D, and thank you so much for coming through for another video. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, today, I thought we would do a little get ready with me chit chat. I'm just about to do my makeup and I just kind of wanted to catch you up on where I am on my road to 40. So on my last video, I was telling you about how I decided to close my boutique, how I decided to quit social media as far as being a regular content creator on Instagram. And just kind of take a step back, give myself permission to take some things off my plate and just kind of sit back and relax and enjoy myself again and not just be so caught up in all the things that I'm doing. So I'm actually about to get my makeup started. You know, I am currently primer free. All the primers I have been trying have been breaking out my skin, so I've been winging it these past few times. I've been doing my makeup with no primer, and that's kind of scary for an oily girl, but it hasn't actually been too bad. But this is the powder foundation that I've been loving. It's the Maybelline New York Super Stay 24-Hour Hybrid Powder Foundation, and this is in the shade 355. But I have this e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, and I'll just go right into the powder foundation with it. It's so soft and creamy. I love this brush. I always start with where I have the most hyperpigmentation, which is just right down here on both sides, and then blend out. But like even without primer, you can see how it covered everything that was there on the first pass. This is the side that has a little bit more. Still good covered to one pass. But I'm gonna go back with the second one. And bam, we are good. Before I even go into the top half of my face, look how well this blends. Like I haven't put any powder up here, just on the bottom half, and look how well this blends. This is like my perfect shade. So this is the new Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer. I wore this last Saturday and it was good. I had no problems. It lasted. No creasing, no nothing. So I think she's a keeper. But anyway, so now that I have less things on my plate this last month or so, I really just kind of been enjoying doing less, being less active, being less busy, doing less, having more free time, having more time to really figure out what it is, if anything, that I want to replace the things that I allowed myself to let go. And some of those things I purposely let go, again, to give myself more time to just kind of go into this next phase of my life doing less. At this point, you know, I don't really want to be doing as much. So I just took those things off my plate for that reason alone. But then also some of the things I wanted to give myself the opportunity to focus on the things that I'm going to say yes to going forward. I really want those things to be things that are going to make me happy, that are going to give me joy, that are going to grow me in a way that's really fulfilling, and not just doing something to be doing something. Okay, so for highlight slash concealer, this is the Black Radiance True Complexion Loose Setting Powder in Banana. And this used to say Black Radiance right here. I've had this for so long, and first of all, I don't do my makeup nearly as much as I used to, which you know, but you really just don't need that much, especially how I use it. I'm going to use a dry beauty blender. Sometimes I just go in with like a eyeshadow blending brush. And I'll just go right under the eye and then blend that out. I used to do all the things, and now I do the bare minimum with my makeup. And that's kind of where I am with my life right now. I used to do all the things, and now I'm to the phase where I just kind of want to tone it down. I want to tone it down. Like in my 20s, me and my husband got together in our 20s. I was 21, he was 23. And then when we got married, I was 24 and he was 26. And so for our 20s, I was going to say a good chunk of our 20s, but I would even say for all of our 20s, we were very much in survival mode. We were trying to keep our head above water. Like we had jobs, we were very much living paycheck to paycheck and just making it happen. We were happy, but we were struggling. We were struggling, girl. So that's kind of where we were in our 20s, still trying to be some kids in our 20s, but we were living on our own. We were not getting help from anybody, family or nothing. Not that we were asking for it, but we were wanting to make it on our own. So we were figuring it out. And then when we got into our 30s, we were, by this time we were more advanced in our career. So we were making more. We were able to buy a brand new house. We were able to buy brand new cars and create, a little bit of breathing room for ourselves. And then kind of, now that we weren't in that survival mode headspace, now we were in a space where we can, especially for myself, where I was really, able to kind of focus on trying new things and seeing what it is I really like. And, I was able to start a business and, do those type of things to really kind of find out where my real passions are, where my true talents want to lead me to, how I can manifest those natural talents into, a profitable business. And that, that was my focus for my 30s. And I feel really good about that. I never feel bad about being in struggle mode. I feel like that's what makes the success even sweeter. I feel like having been through all of that, everything, when I was younger, my 20s, my 30s, all of that has culminated in this perfect little time frame right here, right as I'm on the cusp of entering into this new phase in life where I have so much self-awareness and I really know who I am, and I'm learning to lean into who I am. And I'm to the point where I can create for myself what I want this next phase of my life to look like. In my 20s, like I said, we were keeping our head above water, so we weren't really in the driver's seat, so to speak. We were kind of going where life was taking us because we didn't really have a good handle on where we wanted our life to go. And then in my 30s was all about learning myself enough to get a good handle on where I want my life to go. Okay, next up is contour, and this is actually just a pressed powder. This is also from Black Radiance in the shade Ebony. And I actually love to just kind of go in with the brush that it comes with. I feel like it's the perfect contour brush for the girl who's doing the absolute least. So I just kind of go in on right where that bone is, right before I go just above it. And then I go a little bit up here because as you can see, your girl got a lot of head. So we contour just the sides. And having gone through all of that, having made it through all of that, having put in the work, now I'm at a place where I know what success looks like for me. Not what society told me success looks like, or my family, or social media. I know what success looks like for me based on my natural talents, based on the things that I'm passionate about, based on what I want my life to look like. And I'm also in a place where I know how to cultivate a daily routine, you know, what I need to do on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, a quarterly basis to make sure that this year is a success, to make sure that my life is a success, that I'm living the life that I want to live, and that I'm reaching the goals that I've set for myself. I always try not to do too much to my nose because I think my nose is really cute, but I also sometimes feel like when I don't do enough and I'm doing like my other makeup, then I feel like I don't have enough depth in the middle of my face where it should be contoured a little bit more, if that makes sense. Okay, now it's time for blush, my all-time favorite blush. This is the Maybelline Fit Me blush in Berry. And this one I've had for a very long time, and I think this is like the third one that I've had, and these last a really long time. So the fact that I've gotten to 3 in these, like, sis, try it. If you're not a blush girl, this is the blush for you. If you are a blush girl, this is the blush for you. Brown girl blush, it's like just enough. Just enough. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with just a hint of highlight. Just a baby little hint. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in Palm Beach Ready. And I've had this one for a very long time as well because I don't use that much. You know, I'm always talking about my oily skin. So my skin will highlight itself soon enough. But I just go in with just a little taste. I mean, just a little taste ain't never hurt. So like I said, in this next phase leading up to, I'm in this really good headspace, like I said, where I know what I want, I know how to get what I want, and it's just all about, you know, in this time frame right now, putting it all into play. The pieces of the puzzle are all falling into place to where, you know, come 40, I'm able to hit the ground running. I'm able to enjoy the fruits of my labor, if that makes sense. I've been putting in the work for so long, and I feel like, you know, sometimes you come up short because you don't have all the pieces to the puzzle, and you are kind of, you know, playing without all of the pieces of the game, and you wonder why you're not able to win. And then when it all starts to make sense, when you've done the work, when you've been through enough to really be in a good place to where you know how to make better decisions, you know how to navigate around things that are not happening for your best good, then, you know, it makes leveling up a little bit easier. Okay, next up is my CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow that I have for brow gel. I go right in with brow gel. I don't use any brow pencil or anything, nothing first. I go right in with the brow gel. I don't like for my brows to be doing too much, so I don't want them to get too dark by doing a gel and a pencil. And if I have to choose between one or the other, then it's going to be the gel, obviously. I have really curly brow hairs, so I really need to make sure they lay down and they do what they need to be doing, and they keep doing what they need to be doing, and they don't just kind of revert back to being all curly and going all over the place. So that's why I prefer a gel over a pencil. One of the main things I know I want to intentionally make more time for going forward is traveling. I definitely want to do more traveling. I have a whole list of places I want to go to, but whenever I'm planning out my goals or thinking about things I want to be doing for the upcoming months or this upcoming year, traveling for whatever reason just doesn't make it high enough on my list of priorities. So, you know, having more space in my life now, having allowed myself to let some of those things go that I was prioritizing, travel has made its way back up towards the top of the list. So that's definitely one of the things that I'm going to be making sure that I focus on in this next phase of my life. Most definitely. Okay, so this is just a nudes eyeshadow palette from Profusion. And I'm going to go in with this color here, Clay, and clean up under my brows. Just to clean up a taste. And then right at the top or the peak of the brow, I'll go in with this shade right here. That's Icon. Just right at the peak of the brow. Right in there. Just a little touch. Sometimes when I'm doing even less with my makeup, I'll just go in with my highlight, the same as I did, like kind of right in here. And that's more than enough. But the only other thing I'm going to do with this shadow palette, I'm going to go in with this brush in this shade Indulge, which is kind of the same. Again, sometimes when I'm doing less or either or, I'll go in with my contour, the same, the pressed powder that I contour with, and I'll go in with in this crease. And that's all the eyeshadow I'm gonna do, girl. So I'm going in with the slightest amount of black liner. This is just a kohl pencil liner from Wet n Wild. It don't even say nothing no more. But anyway, as far as my most upcoming travel that's on the list is gonna be going to the Texas wine country, where I decided to go for my birthday. If you saw, I think it was episode 2, when I was trying to figure out where I wanted to go for my 40th birthday. I had been going back and forth, just, deciding on so many different places. I had rooms booked in 3 different places at one point, and I just couldn't decide where I wanted to go. I was going back and forth. I had initially been thinking about places I wanted to go based on where I figured I should want to go for my 40th birthday, where I had seen other people go for their 40th birthday or for their milestone birthdays. And I kind of figured this is where I should want to go. This is where you have a big birthday, instead of just focusing on where I wanted to go and spend my birthday and bring in this new chapter of my life. And I really wanted to go to an actual winery, not just, go get some wine at a wine bar, do a wine tasting. I go to an actual winery, walk through a vineyard, do the whole thing. And I've been wanting to do that for a while. And then I was like, why not? We have a whole wine country in my state. Texas has its own wine country. It's not that far. And it'll make the perfect little getaway. And I'm actually hoping to find like a new favorite wine, because they do actually have, like, the place we're going is about 2 hours away to their actual vineyard, but they do actually have a local spot to where if I do find a new favorite wine, I can still be able to go pick it up, get some birthday wine, and, be able to enjoy it year round. And it's their stretch and strengthen mascara. So that's exactly what I want for my lashes, especially since they've been growing out lately. Okay, here's our brush. Thick and fluffy. I prefer smaller brushes, but I have had success with thicker, fluffier mascara brushes in the past, so we'll see how this one goes. Not bad. Not bad for coat number 1. Okay, so I do have a whole list of places that I want to visit. Some sooner rather than later, but more importantly, I've been focusing on who I want to travel with. So, aside from my upcoming birthday trip, which is in November, so that'll be the last trip of the year, the last place we go anywhere this year. Next year I want to go on a girls trip. I want to plan a girls trip. So that's something I'm really excited about. I've never, well, I mean, when I was like younger in college, we would like do road trips and stuff like that. So, I mean, even if this upcoming girls trip is a road trip, I mean, I'm completely open. Right now, I'm just kind of getting my list together of who's even available. And then, you know, we'll figure out where and when together. So, I mean, I'm 100% open to wherever the group wants to go. Planning my first trip like this, I would probably want to keep it somewhere domestic because I think that's just easier to plan and to figure out all the logistics for between, you know, different grown women's schedule. Just in my experience, just like planning a little lunch or a little brunch or a little dinner with drinks with one friend is tricky enough. Planning a whole trip with several is going to be a lot, but it's definitely something I want to do, and it's definitely something I'm going to prioritize for this upcoming year. I think I have found my new favorite mascara. Okay, so another new product that I'm going to be trying is the NYX Matte Finish Makeup Setting Spray. I switched my focus from finding a matte primer to finding a good matte setting spray, and I did my Googles, and I got some good feedback about this one right here. It was this one as far as drugstore setting sprays. This one, I think it was one from Milani, but since I'm already familiar with the brand NYX, I've already used NYX for years. I was like, let me just try them first. So I'm not really sure how close or how far away I should be doing this. I don't even really know how many pumps I'm supposed to do. And also, I was gonna try to remember to do it before I did my mascara, but I've seen girls do it before and after. So I don't know. I've even seen girls do it like after they have their actual lashes on. So let's see, girl. I'm gonna start farther away than I guess. I don't know. Okay, did I do it right? I started farther away. I did get a little bit closer, but I don't really see a lot of it on my face. I mean, my face, some girls, their face looks so wet afterwards, right? Okay, that's better. Okay, let me go get I got my little She's So Extra fan. Let's just give it a minute. Okay, I think we are good. It looks dried down for the most part. But yeah, again, making space for things that I want to say yes to, things that will make me happy, is the main focus for this upcoming phase of my life. Not just doing things because I've been doing them for so long or because it's what I thought I was supposed to do, but you know, leaning into my main character energy. Like, this life is mine. Nobody else is going to live it but me. I can't live my life based on what I think other people think I should be doing. I have to live my life based on what I want for me, how I want my life to turn out, and how I can live the happiest version of this life that I have right now. So that is my main focus coming up. And the only other thing I'm going to be doing makeup wise is this NYX gloss. Is this the right one? Hell no, this is not the right one. This is the right one. The NYX Butter Gloss and Angel Food Cake. Yeah, this is the right one. This is the darker of my two pink shades. This is them together. This one is Eclair. I will not wear this one without a brown liner. This one is Angel Food Cake. It's a little bit deeper. And I mean, the thing about these butter glosses, they're so pigmented for glosses. It's like the perfect hybrid between a gloss and a lipstick. It's glossy, it's smooth, but it's the color is there. It's gonna pick up, it's gonna give, it's gonna serve. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay, okay. We are ready. We are ready. But ultimately, what this whole video boils down to is that at this point in my life, literally months away from my 40th birthday, I feel like I am in the best headspace I've been in a very long time. Not to say that I don't still have bad days or that I don't still have anxiety, because I absolutely do, but I feel like I'm better equipped to navigate through those bad days, better equipped to navigate through my anxiety now that I know who I am, what I want my life to be. I don't feel like I'm in this constant state of limbo, not really knowing what I'm doing with myself and if I'm really living up to my full potential. I'm not just living a life to where it looks good from the outside. I feel like my life has been, it's been good from the inside out, and I feel like that is finally reflecting in a very positive way, and it's just going to keep getting better and better. So if you've made it this way, this far through the vlog, thank you so much for watching this episode of my Road to 40. I hope to see you in the next one. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And next month's video will be episode 5 in my Road to 40 series. See you then.